Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another chat with Jade Alberts on his Facebook Live. And we are coming to you from Calgary, Alberta. I'm a workplace strategist, and I focus on business and brand development, and my passion is helping small businesses grow and enjoy a work-life balance. The Telling It Like It Is topic today is sleep, and George Handley is my guest from Healthy Heart Sleep Company based out of Calgary. George, thank you for joining me, and how are you today?
Well, thanks for having me, Jade. I'm doing great. You know, I love the opportunity to get out and chat about sleep.
Well, sleep is such an important part of a productive workday, and it is something that a lot of people just don't discuss.
Oh, you got that right.
Oh, good. Well, what we'll do is I'll give our viewers a brief description of introduction to George, and then we'll kind of get right into it. George Handley has been a registered respiratory therapist since 1998. He has worked at the Foothills Hospital, Rocky View Hospital, and then the Peter Lougheed Hospital. His clinical areas include ICU and ER. The next step in his career took him to research at the Foothills Hospital, looking for effects of hypothermia on traumatic brain injury. After this phase of his respiratory career, George fell into the world of treating sleep apnea and found it to be the most intrinsically rewarding work of his career. In 2008, he started Healthy Heart Sleep Company and never looked back. George has also had the privilege of becoming involved in sleep apnea research and the effects of sleep apnea on the kidneys. He believes that a great day starts with a great sleep, and it's hard to argue that, as we just stated.
Yeah.
So I guess you've got a small business here in Calgary, and you will be helping many people throughout the last, I guess it would be 10 years sleep. So how important is a good night's sleep or being well rested for your job performance?
Well, Jade, there's a lot of research out there, a lot of education that really does show how important a proper night of sleep is for good health. And when we say proper night of sleep, not just getting your 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but getting 7 to 8 hours of good sleep. Things like untreated sleep apnea. It's a known cause of high blood pressure, but it also puts a person at risk for other health issues, like heart disease, heart attacks, strokes, type 2 diabetes, even kidney problems. In addition to that, a body that's not well rested does not tolerate stress or disease very well. Our bodies actually need that sleep time to help it recuperate, but we could talk about the more tangible things that people go through, like poor sleep has a negative effect on our productivity during the day. If you think about it, when you're so tired, your focus and your concentration are not as good. It takes you longer to complete tasks, and you struggle to get through the workday. You use up all your energy. You get home at the end of the day, you got no energy left for your spouse or your children. And it's actually kind of sad, because the ones who love us the most get the short end of the stick.
Well, that's a very valid point. I mean, we leave everything at work, and then you come home and having that work life and that family balance is so important in your life. That's a very great point, George. I love that. I guess, what are some of the things that people can do to improve their sleep?
Well, first off, minimize your caffeine. We are a everywhere you go, somebody's drinking a caffeinated product, whether it's a pop or energy drinks or coffee. You also got to remember that decaffeinated coffee still has caffeine. We've always heard, keep the electronic devices out of the day. A lot of people say, what, well, I like to read. Grab a book or a magazine, so your nightlight is behind you, it's not in front of your face. It allows you to transition into the sleep mode. You got to do something relaxing prior to bed. Don't go and expect your body to just immediately switch into sleep mode. It doesn't work that way. The other thing is, we all love to sleep in on weekends. That's fine. That's great. But, on Sundays, try to get up a little bit earlier, somewhat closer to your normal workday wake time. Don't go and do anything. Just have a nice, relaxing start to the day. That might make getting up early on Monday morning just a little bit easier.
Oh, no, those are all valid. Especially caffeine. Do you have any idea how much caffeine the average person drinks in a day?
Oh, there's different studies out there, but I mean, you just have to walk around. You look at people, in the evenings, you're sitting in the hockey rink watching your kid, and you're drinking a coffee, even if it's decaf. There's still, caffeine in it.
Oh, no, very point. I stopped drinking coffee quite a few years ago, and I started sleeping better instantly. It's something else.
Well, I'm a caffeine guy. I like my cappuccino, so I'm guilty of it sometimes too. Having a cappuccino too late in the day.
Well, you do got to treat yourself. So
yeah,
I guess. Obviously, when it comes down to sleep apnea, what are some of the more serious sleeping problems and the symptoms of them?
Yeah. So when you talk about obstructive sleep apnea, it does actually affect a lot of people. But the common one is excessive daytime tiredness, but there's other symptoms as well. Morning headaches, some people with sleep apnea actually wake up with morning headaches. This can last from just a few minutes to a couple of hours even, or longer. Frequent wakings in the night. One symptom that actually surprises a lot of people is bathroom breaks at night. Amongst our patient population, I will commonly hear 3 to 4 bathroom breaks per night. I had a couple of guys who even said they were going 7 times a night.
Oh, wow.
I mean, yeah, you're going that much, you might as well just sleep on the toilet. But yeah, it's true, because they go so much, and their sleep is just so disrupted. A bed partner might notice that the person beside them is making choking or gasping sounds at night. Snoring is common, but I always like to caution people, just because you snore doesn't actually mean you have sleep apnea. But if it is associated with some of these other symptoms, then, maybe get it investigated. No,
that's very, very true. I mean, investigation and getting to the root of the problem is so important. So I guess based on that, what steps can a person take to solve these sleep problems?
Actually, it's very simple. If you suspect that you might have a sleep problem, talk to your family physician. Have him refer you somewhere for a sleep study, to a sleep clinic, and they can get you in. And most places will do an in-home sleep study and take a look at you from there. And if that shows that you have some sleep issues, then you can move on to treatment. It doesn't take very much. A person has nothing to lose by getting a sleep study done, but you have a heck of a lot to gain by getting treatment for a sleep disorder if there is one present.
Oh, no, that's great. I guess let's look at the elephant in the room and talk about it has to come up, right? You have to think, Luke, I'm your father. Are all CPAP masks like the big Darth Vader Bane from Batman masks?
How many times I hear that? It's funny, but that's the perception out there in the public, that you're going to be strapped down in your bed. You got this big honking mask on your face. You're not going to be able to move around.
Yeah.
You know what? Especially this last 10 years, there have been so many advances in the area of CPAP. The device itself is so small and quiet, sits on your bedside table. But what's really cool, Jade, is the advancement they've made with the masks themselves. We talked about that Darth Vader mask. Very few people actually need that big mask that goes over the nose and mouth. Most people end up with a mask that's just for the nose itself. They're smaller, they're lighter weight, so much easier to use. This all adds up to greater comfort and so much easier to use and tolerate.
Well, I mean, that's, again, once people get over that, like you said, the Darth Vader mask is just something that people just assume that's what they have to wear. Yeah. And I mean, it is something that, little things in your nose and little thing. I mean, it's just an amazing, like, as you said, with the way technology has taken the CPAP masks.
Yeah. On TV, they show them on some TV shows. And for the TV shows, they always use the big mask because it has more of a comic effect, right?
Yes.
But that's not the reality of it all.
Oh, well, I mean, that's so true. And I really do thank you for coming on and discussing, because sleep is such an important part of all businesses. And, for people, and just to have that, that 8 hours or whatever they need in their life to improve their work-life balance, their performance, their job. And
yes.
And, one of the quotes that I love hearing you say is, in today's world, everybody wants to be a disruptor, but at Healthy Heart Sleep Company, we just don't want to disrupt your sleep. I think that's such a great play on words you use. It's awesome. And I really thank you for coming out and spending time with everybody here. And I hope you have yourself a great day, George.
Thanks, Jade, for having me. I really appreciate it. Have yourself a great one, too.
I will. And thanks, everybody. Again, I'm Jade Alberts from Calgary, Alberta. I'm a workplace strategist, and my passion is helping small businesses grow and enjoy a work-life balance. We'll see you next Wednesday. Have a great day, everybody.